Stop lying to yourself. Stop pretending that tomorrow is going to magically fix all the damage you've done over months, maybe years. Stop waiting for motivation to show up like a guest who was never invited. Stop scrolling through other people's progress and thinking, I'll start next week, next month, next year. That perfect moment, that right time, does not exist. Your body doesn't care about excuses, social media affirmations, or your plans to get serious someday. It only responds to action, and action doesn't wait for your mood, your energy, or your permission. If you want to see the scale move, if you want to feel lighter, tighter, more alive, the next 24 hours can either be the turning point or another chapter of wasted potential. You are the one holding the key, but only if you're willing to stop rationalizing, stop distracting yourself, and stop lying about your commitment. The brutal truth is this: every decision you make today either pushes you closer to your goal or drags you further into the trap of stagnation. Every sugary snack, every hour spent sitting instead of moving, every moment you tell yourself just one more day is a vote against yourself. Do you realize how many victories you've already thrown away simply because you wanted comfort more than results? Comfort has a high price, and it's paid in lost momentum, slow metabolism, and a heavier body. You think skipping a workout or eating that extra dessert doesn't matter, but it does. The scale doesn't lie, your clothes don't lie, and your reflection in the mirror certainly doesn't lie. Every choice leaves a trace. Every choice adds up. And for the next 24 hours, the sum of your choices can either trap you or set you free. Right now, your mind is looking for excuses. It's whispering that you're too tired, too busy, too stressed, or too anything. It's convincing you that change is complicated, that it's a long process, that you'll never succeed without some magical secret. Here's the ugly reality. Change is simple, but it's not easy. It's not glamorous. It's not entertaining. Change is discipline, commitment, and the willingness to endure discomfort. In the next 24 hours, it's not about perfect meals or a flawless routine. It's about consistent, intentional choices. It's about saying no when your instincts scream yes. It's about choosing movement over inertia, water over soda, real food over convenience and self, respect over instant gratification. If you can do that for just one day, the scale will start rewarding you. Your body will show signs of acknowledgement. Your mind will begin to trust your actions. One day is all it takes to start rewriting the story you tell yourself every morning in the mirror. Most people fail because they overthink. They imagine a complete overhaul, a month-long plan, a perfect program, and then freeze under the weight of their own expectation. That's fear disguised as planning. The next 24 hours is all you need, nothing more, nothing less. Focus on what you can control right now. Drink water, move your body, eat something real, breathe, repeat. That's it. If you commit to that tiny window, the momentum will compound, the scale will shift, clothes will feel different, energy will surge, confidence will spark, and suddenly the story of your life starts to tilt in your favor. You'll realize that waiting, rationalizing, and hiding behind excuses was only slowing down what could have been inevitable all along. Here's a harsh truth you need to face. No one is coming to save you. No trend, no pill, no app, no gimmick will do the work for you. Your results, your transformation, your success, they live in the decisions you make right now, not tomorrow, not next week. Every second you waste believing otherwise is a second closer to staying exactly where you are. Stop hoping for change and start demanding it from yourself. Embrace the discomfort. Accept the challenge. Own the next 24 hours like your life depends on it, because, in truth, it does. Your body will respond in ways you haven't allowed it to for years. Your mind will clear. Your confidence will rise. The scale will move because for the first time in a long time, your actions will align with your goals, not your excuses. If you want results, you need to understand one more thing. It's not about willpower. Willpower is finite. Willpower fails when you're tired, hungry, or distracted. It's about systems, habits, and discipline. For the next 24 hours, create a system for yourself. Hydrate every hour. Move intentionally, whether it's walking, stretching, or exercising. Fuel your body with real clean food. Say no to every temptation that drags you backward. Track every small victory. Every sip of water, every step, every healthy bite is a vote for your success. Stack those votes, and by the end of the day, you will be shocked at how far one focused, disciplined day can take you. Stop thinking. Stop waiting. Stop rationalizing. Stop excusing. The next 24 hours is your proving ground. Your body, your mind, your scale, your life, they are watching. Commit, execute, witness. One day can change everything if you're ready to stop lying to yourself and start doing what needs to be done. Here's the truth you've been avoiding. Most people fail before they even begin. Not because they lack potential, not because they aren't capable, but because they wait for permission from life itself. They wait for the perfect moment, the ideal conditions, or some magical combination of motivation and timing that will never come. Meanwhile, the days, weeks, and months pile up, each one filled with tiny compromises disguised as harmless choices. One more sugary drink, one more skip workout, one more I'll start tomorrow. That tomorrow is a trap, a mirage. A lie you. You tell yourself to feel better about staying exactly where you are. Excuses are cheap, comfortable, and addictive. They feel good for a moment, but they rob you of everything that matters in the long term. Progress, confidence, energy, and the body you've been dreaming about. You think you have time. You think that missing a day or even a week won't matter. Here's the brutal reality: it does. Every day you allow yourself to indulge in convenience, distraction, or laziness, your metabolism slows, your fat cells expand, and your willpower erodes just a little more. You aren't failing because you lack ability. You're failing because you let inertia win. You let the momentary comfort of sugar, Netflix, or scrolling on your phone outweigh the satisfaction of taking control over your own life. It's not complicated. The scale doesn't negotiate. Your body doesn't debate. It only reflects the choices you've made, and right now those choices have been stacked against you. Here's a harsh wake-up call. Your excuses have been louder than your actions for far too long. You tell yourself, I'm tired, I don't have time, I deserve a treat, and each one of these little lies chips away at your potential. Do you know what those statements really mean? They mean fear. Fear of change, fear of discomfort, fear of showing up and taking responsibility for the results you've been craving. And it's fear that keeps most people trapped in the same loop of disappointment, guilt, and self-blame. Fear is a silent killer of ambition, and the next 24 hours is your chance to tell fear that it no longer has control, to push back, to act anyway. Here's another truth you need to swallow. Perfection doesn't exist, but consistency does. You're waiting to feel ready, to feel motivated, to feel like you're in the perfect mental state, but the perfect mental state never comes. Motivation is fleeting. Feeling ready is temporary. Consistency is what drives results, and it doesn't wait for your feelings. It doesn't care if you're tired or stressed. Every action counts. Every choice you make over the next 24 hours will either compound in your favor or against you. There's no in between. Skip breakfast, lose energy, crave sugar, sabotage the scale. Drink water instead, your metabolism functions better. Cravings reduce, and the body starts to respond. The choices are simple, but they're brutal because they expose the truth. The only thing standing between you and the results you want is your own self-discipline. Most people also fail because they underestimate the power of small, intentional actions. They think a single workout, a single salad, or a single glass of water doesn't matter. They believe transformation requires massive gestures, long hours, or extreme diets. That's a lie. The scale doesn't care about intentions. It doesn't care about big promises or wishful thinking. It only reacts to results. Every sip, every step, every bite is a vote for the body you want. In the next 24 hours, imagine if every decision, every moment, every action was a vote in your favor. That's how change begins. That's how you create momentum. That's how you finally break the cycle that has been holding you hostage. And here's the part most people refuse to admit. No one will do this for you. No supplement, no coach, no trendy program, no app, no motivational video will ever replace the decisions you make in this very moment. You are responsible. You are accountable. You are the one who has to show up, endure, and commit. And here's the shocking truth. Most people won't. Most people will sit, scroll, and convince themselves that one day is not enough. They will tell themselves, I'll start next week. And that day never comes. But if you take control, if you commit, if you act without hesitation, your next 24 hours can become the foundation for a lifetime of progress. The final reality is this. It's not about luck, genetics, or timing. It's about choices. And you have a finite number of them in the next 24 hours. What will you do with them? Will you let them slip through your fingers like every other day before this? Or will you finally grasp control, make every decision count, and start stacking the small victories that will inevitably force the scale to move? Change is uncomfortable. Change is demanding. Treat each bite, each sip, each step, and each minute of inactivity as a decision that either strengthens or weakens your future self. The next 24 hours are your proving ground. This is where excuses die and results are born. Now, here's a mindset shift few people are willing to accept. Comfort is your enemy. Comfort is slow, sneaky, and poisonous to progress. That chair, that couch, that extra hour of scrolling, they are chains disguised as relaxation. Your mind will tell you it deserves it. Your body will scream for it. And yet, the truth is that comfort has been keeping you small, soft, and stagnant. For the next 24 hours, discomfort is your ally. Sweat, hunger, fatigue, stretching beyond what feels easy. That is where change lives. It's not glamorous, it's not fun, but it works. One day of embracing discomfort will teach your mind and body something it has never learned before, that you are stronger than your excuses. Another harsh reality is that you have been operating in autopilot for too long. You eat, move, and think in patterns that do not serve you. The microwave meals, the sugary snacks, the skipped workouts, the endless scrolling, they have conditioned your brain to seek pleasure over progress. But here's the brutal truth. The brain can be rewired. The habits that once controlled you can be broken in 24 hours. It won't be easy. You will feel the resistance. You will feel cravings, fatigue, and doubt. That is normal. That is the battle between the old you and the new you. And in this battle, your mind must obey the rules you set. You decide. You control. You win. Here's the simple framework for the next 24 hours. Hydrate relentlessly. Move intentionally. Fuel with real, clean food. Do not underestimate the power of water. It flushes toxins, suppresses cravings, and jumpstarts metabolism. Movement doesn't need to be extreme. A brisk walk, a few sets of bodyweight exercises, stretching, even standing more than sitting, it all counts. Food is not indulgence for the next 24 hours, it's fuel. Protein, vegetables, complex carbs, and minimal processed sugars. Follow these rules without negotiation, without cheating, without rationalizing. That's all. Simple, but brutally effective. Most people fail because they think change is external. They wait for motivation, inspiration, a coach, or a perfect environment. The truth is, nothing external will fix what is internal. Your environment doesn't change your body. Your mindset does. Your focus does. Your discipline does. The next 24 hours is about taking control over what you can control. Your choices, your decisions, your consistency, nothing else matters. If you do this even one day, you will feel different. Your body will feel lighter. Your mind will feel sharper. Your confidence will rise. That is proof that you are capable. That is proof that excuses have no power over you. Finn, Allie, you need to understand one more reality. The next 24 hours is a mirror. It reflects everything about how you treat yourself. If you ignore this opportunity, the mirror will show the same body, the same habits, the same disappointment. If you embrace it, the mirror will show the first tangible results of a transformation that has been waiting for your commitment. One day does not solve everything, but it starts everything. It breaks the cycle of excuses. It builds momentum. It forces your body to respond. It forces your mind to respect your self-discipline. And it proves beyond any doubt that change is not just possible. It's inevitable if you refuse to compromise. So the mindset is clear. There is no negotiation. There is no justification. There is no maybe tomorrow. The next 24 hours belongs entirely to your goals, your results, and your self-respect. Hydrate, move, eat, repeat. Every choice is a vote for the new you. Every resistance you overcome is a victory. Every ounce of discipline compounds into momentum. By the time the clock runs out, you will see that one day of unwavering commitment is more powerful than a month of half-hearted effort. And that is the truth you dare to face. You can start your transformation now, and it begins with the mindset you choose in the next 24 hours. Your body doesn't negotiate. It doesn't care about your excuses, your plans, or your feelings. Every time you skip a workout, every time you binge on sugar, every time you tell yourself just this once, your body remembers. It doesn't forget. Fat cells expand, metabolism slows, energy drops, and those clothes that used to fit snugly start to tighten. You may think it's just one day, but those days accumulate faster than you realize. One day becomes two becomes a week, and before you know it, the life you dreamed of slips further out of reach. Your body reacts to action, not intention. It doesn't reward your good thoughts or your hopeful resolutions. It only responds to what you do. And the brutal truth is that most people fail because they treat their body like it owes them something, when in reality, it only responds to discipline. Here's the hard pill. You have been sabotaging yourself for years with tiny, harmless decisions that add up to nothing but disappointment. One late night snack, one skipped walk, one indulgence after another. Those micro choices are silent killers of progress. They create resistance in your metabolism, in your energy, and in your motivation. Your body wants consistency. Your body wants effort. Your body wants action. But instead you give it excuses. You give it chaos. You give it unpredictability. And then you wonder why the scale doesn't budge, why your energy is low, why your confidence is eroding. It's not mysterious. It's a direct result of choices, day after day, stacked against your own goals, another reality. Most people refuse to face is that your mind is often your biggest enemy. Hunger, fatigue, cravings, and temptation are not signs that you are weak. They are signals. Tests to see if your commitment is real. Every time your brain screams for that sugary snack or tells you to skip a workout, it is offering a choice. You can obey the old habits that have kept you trapped, or you can assert control and do what you know will move you forward. Few people have the courage to say no to comfort, to discomfort themselves intentionally, and to act in alignment with their goals. That is why 90% of people never see the results they dream about. That is why most diets, challenges, and programs fail. It's not the program that fails, it's the mind that refuses to play by the rules. Here's a shocking truth. Your body starts responding almost immediately when you act intentionally. Water, movement, clean nutrition. These are not slow processes. In just 24 hours, your metabolism kicks up, cravings start to decrease, your energy rises, and your mind sharpens. You may not see dramatic changes on the scale yet, but your body begins to recognize discipline. It begins to reset itself. The problem is that most people never give it that chance. They waste their potential by hesitating, delaying, and rationalizing. They think results take weeks or months, when the truth is, transformation begins the moment you take control of one full day. That's all it takes. One day of intentional, focused, disciplined action. And yet, here's the part that really stings. Most people will fail to even commit for 24 hours. They will sabotage themselves with little rationalizations. I deserve a treat. I'll start tomorrow. I'm too tired. Those statements are poison. Every one of them is a choice to stay stuck. Every one of them is a vote against your future self. Stop lying to yourself. Stop thinking that small indulgences are harmless. Your body notices. Your metabolism notices. Your energy, your posture, your confidence all notice. Every choice has a consequence, whether you feel it immediately or not. Ignoring it doesn't erase it. The truth is even harsher. Comfort is slow poison. That couch, that TV, that mindless snack, they don't just keep you from losing weight. They rewire your brain to seek pleasure over progress. Dopamine from sugar, laziness, and distraction feels good in the moment, but it comes at a cost. Momentum, energy, self-respect, confidence. Every time you give in to comfort, you're training your body to resist the very actions that would set it free. And here's the kicker. The more you resist discipline, the harder it gets to start. Your metabolism slows. Your cravings intensify. Your energy drains. And soon, you're trapped in a cycle that feels impossible to break. Until you break it. The only way to break it is brutal honesty and immediate action. HYD. Rate, move, fuel, repeat. Your body doesn't care if you feel like it. It only responds to what you do. Skip the sugar, step away from the couch, drink water, do a set of push-ups or a walk around the block. Every small action compounds. Every act of discipline builds momentum. And here's the beautiful truth most people miss. Your body is forgiving. It responds faster than your mind expects. If you give it even 24 hours of intentional action, it starts rewarding you instantly. Energy rises. Mental clarity improves. Confidence sparks. And yes, the scale begins to move in your favor. Finally, understand this. Inaction has consequences. Every moment you delay is a vote for stagnation, fatigue, and frustration. Every moment you act intentionally is a vote for freedom, energy, and the leaner, stronger version of yourself. The scale doesn't lie, the mirror doesn't lie, and neither does your body. It will respond to the discipline you show in the next 24 hours. You can choose to surrender to excuses, or you can choose to step into control and demand results. Nothing else matters. Not motivation, not luck, not timing, only action, only discipline, only results.